I debated showing this step. This step can be time consuming, depending on how many times you've done it, things like that. It can go from 10 minutes to an hour or two. But what I'm doing is I'm setting this net so that the guitar, the dovetail comes flush here, and it is square that way, at the right pitch that way, and this way and this way. It's lined up center line of the net. I've done some of it off camera because it's tedious. So if you don't like long videos and you look at the timestamp on this video and you see that it's very long, I don't have any problem if you want to skip it. But what I want to do is I want to bring this down, and then I'm going to have to set the cheeks so that they're flush with the sides. And what that involves is, what this process involves is, first of all, removing material along the cheeks of the tenon until it fits in the mortise properly. Right to left and up and down and side to side. Okay, lined up with the center line of the instrument. And after that, I will take material off of the cheeks of the neck block to make sure it's pitched back properly, but also to mate it to the sides of this instrument. That's what's going on. And so a lot of people, you don't touch the inside of these mortise cheeks. You thin the tenon cheeks out. And a lot of people use a chisel. I used a chisel and chalk. Now you would chalk the sides and then press it down into here. And when you pulled it back out, where there was chalk, because you would put chalk here, on these tenons you would pare away with a chisel. But I saw John Hall, Blues Creek Guitars, I think it's, I can't remember the name of the channel now, they changed it. But he uses sanding stitching. What these are the offcuts that came off of this cheek when I cut the dovetail tenon. If you notice, they have an angle. That's the exact same angle as those cheeks are at. And it allows me to stick some sandpaper, I got 60 grit on this, on those cheeks and work them that way. I looked at this a couple of times and I thought, well, that looks like, in my opinion, it looks like a better way to do this. So what we're going to do, we're going to take some material off the cheeks and slowly drop this down into that. Now I've got a twisting a bit that way, so I need to remove a little bit of material from this side and a little from the bottom side. And so what I'm going to do, and that's better. And we're just slowly going to work this down until it does what I want it to do. It fits the way I want it. And I kind of sort of flip this around because I want this pressure to be the same. I want to mark that line so that I can kind of keep track of what's going on. And I'll do this you notice I'm sanding a lot. I'll sand a lot till I get close, and then I'll sand a little. How much, if any, did that move that? Not a whole lot. So let's go to town. I think that moved quite a bit. Let's see. Yeah. Going. All right, I am almost. I'm about 1/8 of an inch from. So what I want to do, I want to kind of look, see what it's doing, how it's lining up. That way. Where's my... It needs to go over that way a bit, so we have it. Wait a minute. I need to set it back in here and make absolutely sure I'm doing what I think I'm doing. Yeah, it needs to come this way. So I'm going to take some off this sheet. Be careful how to raise that if I'm not. Yeah. Need just a little bit more. And a lot of people floss this after, and I will do some to make it mate. Right now I want to center the neck. We want to develop a hump there, or it will pull off of the back and I won't realize it. We don't need none of that. Lovely. The joint at the neck is beautiful. I won't have a whole lot of work that I'll have to do on that. That's beautiful. Beautiful. All right. So good to be right around there. Yeah, that's going to be gorgeous. That should be about, with this flush, I want like 1/8 of an inch, something like that. Yeah, I'd rather do the 8. That's beautiful, and that's the way it's done. So now what I want to do is I'm going to floss this neck. And here's the joint. I think that will work perfectly fine. Very happy with that.